Morning, folks. I hope you're all well. Just finished watching the IBF Featherweight title fight between Alberto Lopez and Joet Gonzalez. Top rank show. Very, very entertaining fight. Lopez won by unanimous decision. It was a good fight. I had it 116-112 to Lopez. I just felt his combinations he was throwing more combinations, and he was being very smart because he was leaving it till the last minute in most rounds, and he was sort of putting clusters together to catch the eyes of the judges. Now Gonzalez had a very good fight. He was catching Lopez quite a few times with a straight right hand, trapped him on the ropes a few times. He fought very well, so I had it quite close at top. Some of those rounds were a bit difficult to score. What did you like? The cleaner, straighter punches of Gonzalez, or the clusters of wild body shots and uppercuts from Lopez? And that's what I tended to go for most rounds, purely because of the mainly the volume, really, and he was stealing a lot of the rounds. But the judges, again, boxing needs to sort these judges out. I mean, okay, the right man won. There's no real dispute about who deserved the win. I'll just have a look at my notes here. 118-110. So that means that chap only gave Joet Gonzalez 2 rounds, which I think is ludicrous. 117-111. Again, a little bit, okay, slightly wider than I had it. I mean, I had it 116-112, which is what the third judge had. I had it 116-112. And okay, I know in the big picture it doesn't really matter because the right man won. So, Lopez, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the outcome. But we're seeing it more and more. Some of these weirdly wide scorecards that don't really make a lot of sense to me. And it makes you wonder, what is it? Just incompetence? Is it stupidity? Is it corruption? What the fuck? Sometimes that's what it makes you think. What the actual fuck? But those. I mean, Lopez he's a weird fighter to watch. I've enjoyed watching him lately. I saw him obviously knock out Michael Conlan earlier in the year, and then he obviously took the title from Josh Warrington the end of last year. And I like him a lot. I like watching him, but he's so peculiar to watch at times. His style he reminds me of a slightly less crude version of Ricardo Mayorga. Just these wild punches that come from weird angles. And how do you prepare for that? If you're a conventional style fighter, how do you prepare to fight this guy? You don't know where the uppercuts are coming from. You don't know where anything's coming, because it looks crude as hell. And sometimes he throws a bomb and you think, oh, that looks like shit. But when it lands, it has an impact. And then when he's throwing clusters of them as well to the body and the head, Jesus Christ, how it's very difficult. He's a very difficult style to deal with. Say Mayorga was very wild and entertaining, but he obviously got found out at the higher level of the sport against the De La Hoyas and the Vargases. Well, mind you, he beat Vargas, rather Trinidad. I meant to say, I misspoke then. Obviously, he beat Vargas. Obviously Mosley and people like that, although he'd give them problems, he'd get found out. But Lopez, he's quite slick. Alberto Lopez, I find him quite slick with his body movement as well at times. He's not difficult to hit by any means. I mean, he was caught a fair few times last night. Gonzalez is straight right, especially. And obviously the Warrington fight was a nasty brawl. It was very difficult to watch. A lot of rough housing on the inside. And when he took out Michael Conlan with that uppercut I believe it was the 5th round. But another good one. I'd like to see Lopez in with Lee Wood, if assuming he beats Warrington next month. I think that would be a good fight for Lopez. I'd also quite like to see Lopez in there with Robeisy Ramirez, who's the WBO champion. That would be a very entertaining fight. So I think he's on the way up, Lopez. I rate him quite highly. I know he's had a couple of losses in his career, and he's not necessarily the most well-known featherweight. I'd like to see, in my ideal world, I'd like to see down the road, probably Lopez have a unification fight with Robeisy Ramirez. Excuse me, and then the winner potentially fight in a way, maybe next year or the year after, whatever. That's what I'd like to see. But no, it was a thoroughly entertaining fight. It's just these fucking judges' scorecards. We keep seeing it time and time again. It's very bullshitty. How they can be so ridiculously wide and so varied and different. I know, again, I've always said boxing is a very subjective sport. People like what they like, and people see things differently, especially where the judges are located. Sometimes, they might see things slightly differently. I get that, and I understand that. But sometimes you look at a fight and you think, how the fuck did you get from 118, 110, and then the other two guys had it got the other? It can be closer. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is really. But there you go. So another good fight, entertaining fight. I enjoyed it very much. I hope you're all doing well. I'm also enjoying the Rugby World Cup at the moment, because rugby is my second favourite sport behind boxing. So, right, I'm going to go now. My dog's barking. I think someone's at the door. You take care, folks, and I'll speak to you soon.